to said server.
Hello, 11th.
It's dinner time.
It's dinner time for Brad. I'm going to repeat everything.
So again, guys, we've always done this Tuesday and Thursdays. So again, guys, from here on out, at least for a while, we're going to be Thursdays only.
Thursday only.
So this
coming Tuesday.
Don't wonder where I'm at, and be like, hey,
don't wonder where I'm at, and go, hey, guys. So Thursdays.
Bobby Krulin. I meant to call you today.
I'm going to call you today.
I'm going to call you
tomorrow.
Yeah. And Jake. Gonna call Jake tomorrow. And some other people.
And some other people.
So anyway, Thursdays, guys. Come back Thursday.
No problem, Gustavo.
Thursday. Yeah.
Gustavo subbed to me. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. What's going on, guys? How's everything going? So, of course, Brad is not going to be... Whoa, dude, my beard. This is what I think that's the first time I was on with Brad. There we go. See the beard? That's a good-sized beard. But now look at it. It's like even more amazing. So I got to move some stuff around. There we go. There we go. Party, Dalton Doris. Let's see, what it do? Okay, let me see, where are we? I'm going to just go to the top. Okay, so first, second, third, fourth. Wow, Jake, man, he was here. Snowcat, what's up? Karina McDaniel, hello. Dalton Doris, what am I doing? Oh, no, I was repeating Brad. That's probably what you, I thought that was pretty funny. So, fight, Beagles, fight. I don't know who the Beagles are. Hello, Spencer Starr. Party can't start till I'm here. Hello all, Terry Harstead is here. The party has officially started. Oh, I know why it looks weird. Because my camera, it's up here now. It's usually down here at the bottom left. So, as I do this on my expensive phone, what it do, Jack Lucas? So Yankee Warrior was asking this question in Brad's Paintball Ruined My Life. If you haven't subscribed to Brad, check it out. Subscribe to him. That's the only cool thing to do. If you hadn't subscribed to me, subscribe to me. That's a cool thing to do. Please give me thumbs ups. I got 15 people watching, 7 thumbs up. I am not ashamed to ask for more thumbs up. So please, I keep looking down here. So please, more thumbs up. There we go. So where was I? Yankee Warrior. Jake is a used $250 Proto Rise Max, quote, gently used gun, lots of settings, cleaned bolt, end quote, a good deal. It's not a bad deal. Proto Rise is what, $330, $350? So it's about $100 off the new price. If it's clean, the guy's taking care of it. Yeah, it can be a good deal. But for $50 more, you can get a brand new Mini GS, which is what I would do myself. Party, says Dalton. More gray. Where? Oh, in the beard. Yeah, I got lots of gray in the beard. Oh, there's more gray than from the first. Yeah. Gustavo, what do I think of the LVL with the XLS? That's the setup with the JT Proflex and GI Glide Pants and HK Journey. So Gustavo, he pays $150 a month to be on this paintball team. He gets to use all the equipment, any equipment he needs, all the entries, tournament entries, games or playing at the paintball field, practices, all the paint he can shoot, and essentially unlimited. Heck of a deal. The LVL, I think it's a good hopper. I've never actually used it. I've never used the XLS, of course, but I've heard good things about them. I like the RSX shocker, which is pretty close to the same thing as the XLS. It's a good deal. $150 a month. That's cheap. Can people having trouble hearing me? Nope. It must be Bobby. Bobby, you need to turn your speakers on. Johnson Lee got in early today. What's going on, buddy? What's old soul? How you doing? Spencer says Yankee needs to be in really good condition. They sell new for $300. Is it $300? I thought it was at least $329. Oh, because the cat muted your keyboard. Dalton Doris says, okay, bro. What do you think about the RSX? And it was. A party? So let's see. My light is not on the other side. It's that my phone, it should be like that, but I think that's going to be upside down for y'all. Oh, wait. There we go. Now, that's a lot better. So now I can read the comments without looking to the other side. Victor, have I ever tried MagFed? Yes, I have. I've played MagFed. I had a Tippmann TIPX. I don't dislike it. I just prefer pump and stock class and regular paintball. But I'll play any kind of paintball. In fact, this last weekend, not this past weekend, the weekend before, I was playing with these. And these are a pain to play with whenever you're going up against people with CS1s, LE1s, stuff like that. What's up, Jason160R? And Jason McCoy. Gustavo says 350 for team, HK jersey, GI glide pants, JT Pro Flex. That's probably about right. 350 is the price for the Proto Max dries. There we go. So yeah, 250 bucks. That's 100 bucks off. Personally though, I would go with a Mini GS brand new. My beard is looking a little fluffy today. But if you got a Mini GS through NorCal Paintball in Vacaville, California, my brother owns it, that would be $300. And you get a free lifetime labor warranty. And you get frequent buyer points. So every 500 bucks you spend before tax over any length of time, you get 25 bucks off your next $25 or more purchase. Bobby says I'm way behind, so I'm going to skip. If you really want a question asked that I've skipped down now, ask it again. Just copy, paste. So Gustavo is saying that it's $150 a month for the LSX, GI LVL, HK Pod Pack, practices, unlimited paint, tourney entries, just pay $30 per tournament as opposed to 100 plus. If I was playing tournaments, I'd be looking for that team to join. What kind of paintball gun is this? This is a Peacemaker. It's a Colt Peacemaker. It's 40 caliber. And I do have one for sale. It's the white handles. As you can see, the cylinder turns. You can do half, you can cock it halfway, one all the way. And the cylinder will spin. It's 40 caliber. It's a removable barrel. Bill from CCM. It's not a real gun. It just looks just like one. It's got the weight to it. I mean, it's a BB gun that Bill, who runs CCM, which is the best paintball guns you can do. How many hairs did I just rip out of my arms? 0. So, that's the barrel. It's fun. 40 caliber. So the barrel is threaded at the top. You might be able to see that. Probably won't be able to unless I hold my hand over it. Yep, nope. You won't be able to, it won't show it. Yeah, they would. I make sure that I let people know, hey, this is a paintball gun. Hey, everybody, look at these paintball guns. And it might sound like I'm trying to be like, hey, look at my stuff. But no, I want people to realize, hey, this is not a real gun. So, yeah. But you can, which, I mean, I think it was actually doing more like that. But in the movies, it's like, yeah, these are sweet. They're pricey. They're 500 bucks. But where else are you going to have? Yeah. Now here's the paint that they shoot. This is 40 caliber paint. And it holds the cool part. You said that's cool. Okay, so you do this, half cock it, then you do this. Look here. Oh, look. Brass shell casings. Just put the paintball in. 3, 4, 5, 6. So the paint is actually pretty good. It'll shoot right around 300 feet per second. You put a 12 gram inside the handle. Then this has a tool here, because this 12 gram is obviously empty. You just put the Allen wrench built into the grip, into the base. Turn it like that, put another one in, tighten it. You're ready to go. So you can either load them separately, like out here, just, okay, there. These cost $5 each, $5 or $6 each, if you buy them separately. So you get 6 with the gun. But you can either load them here, and then just do like you would a real Colt Peacemaker. And close that. I played with them all day at Paintball Jungle, and I shot maybe 75 or 100 paintballs. Oh, no, not a half a case. About a hopper plus 1 or 2 pods per game. Okay, so I'm going to scroll back up. The cylinder does not roll out because it didn't do it in a Peacemaker. So this is how you loaded it in the Peacemaker. I think, not the Schofield. I can't remember which ones. But some of them, you lay it out, and then you can pop it back in. This actually did not. This is a super, super realistic. So the paint that I went through was, like I said, maybe 75 paintballs. No rollouts. No rollouts at all. Yeah, it's really close to now if you're loading it in game, you're not going to load it from the back. You're just going to half cock it, and then you'll just push paintballs in from the front. Just like that. This thing is really sweet. I love it. I should do some paintball, Russian roulette mask on, of course. Yes, that's actually something that we've thought about doing is, yeah, the Schofield breech brakes forward, and it's a Schofield 1877. They've got those. They just didn't have one ready whenever I went and got this. I'd sell you my white one. Where'd it go? I'd sell you this white one right here. $500 shipped to you. That thing is, I love these things. May have to email me. Yeah, definitely. Send me an email. I'll put my email up here in just a minute. Yankee Warrior Jake is a Ninja Light 45 4500 or a Ninja Light 50 4500 better for me. I don't know. You would have to try them on. I think you sent me a Facebook message. I don't know the exact measurements of all these things. So the best way to test it out is go to a local store and try it on a marker. That's really all I can tell you. If you like it really close in, the 50 is actually shorter than the 45. The 45 is going to be more narrow. And looks like just a kind of a shrunken down 68 cubic inch tank, while the 50 looks like it's shrunken this way. So, yeah, they are freaking awesome, Dalton. You need a boomstick, Spencer Starr. Those are good barrels. CBS Whisper, anyone got some advice for me on the situation I'm in? Possibly. Chris Coca, so Jake, are you and the ag god everybody thinks you are? Are you the ag god everybody thinks I am? I don't know. Do people think I'm ag? Jason McCoy, I bet you thought that I skipped your question. I did. I did skip it. But the EVS HUD, the heads-up display, does not work with Hero 5 or Hero 6 GoPro. Only has apps for skiing and motocross. Does not play music, but controls your phone's music, so not worth the money they want for it yet. It's disappointing. Dalton Doris Boomsticker Freak Kit for the Ego 11 because I have a shocker and I already need freak stuff. I would go with the Freak Kit because you get the inserts And these are a lot more versatile than a single barrel. Or how many backs do you have to buy for the boomsticks? I mean, you want to buy all those backs? You can. It'd be the same pretty much amount of stuff you'll have to carry, because I mean the backs aren't much bigger than this, but the backs cost a lot more than these. So I would go with inserts. Ag is a joke at this point. Yes, Jack Lucas. Where can you get that? That was where did he say that was? San Diego. In San Diego. Oh my God. That was amazing. What's up, Snowcat? Did you get a lot of rain this past week, Snowcat? How is Gulf Breeze doing? Everything still standing? I heard it wasn't that big of a huge hurricane like everybody thought it was going to be. Yeah, Jack, you and me both. Let's go to San Diego and get $150 a month to play paintball. That's cheap. Dalton already has an XL Freak kit, but I wanted someone else's opinion on the boomstick. Just got the Ego 11. Okay, boomstick's a good barrel. It's a very good barrel. It's not as versatile as the Freak kit, and the best barrel in the world ever made, I think, is the Smart Parts All-American barrel. That's my favorite barrel ever. Let's see. Omar says, term used to say how paintball you are, but a more joking term. Okay, ag, yeah. Spencer Star says, CBS, you're kind of up creek, but if you're already taken, she will get over it. I must have missed what you said. So you have a shocker, I see, or just a Freak barrel? I've got a shocker. Here's part of it. That's part of my shocker. Here's part of my shocker. I got other parts of my shocker. I'm probably never going to finish that. Okay, so CBS has a girlfriend. This other chick keeps trying to go out with him. CBS says, okay, I guess I'll do that. Thanks for the advice. What's up, JC Martinez? And how much is it to watch World Cup? I have no idea, Axed. Snowcat still went out to the woods and played, even though got some rain. Chris, will I see you at WCPPL events next season? I don't know. I'm going to try to get some of them. What I'll probably do is try to get some media passes and go down and shoot photos and video. And obviously, I'm not going to do it for free, but I need to get some people to say, yeah, we want to pay for you to come down and shoot paintball for us, because I'll do that in a heartbeat. I'd love it. So you have a shocker that I've already talked about that. Already talked about that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Can I tell a joke? The Aristocrats. Yes, I will tell a joke, but just a little bit. Jack is kind of over the WCPPL and wants to try UPL. Have you ever tried the UWL, Jack? The Ultimate Woods Ball League. Jason Cowell asked, $8 a month, unlimited on GoSports.com. Yes, that is true. So $8 a month. But is it still $8 a month, or was that like a grandfathered-in price that only certain people got, and then they were raising it if you didn't get it by a certain time, or if you buy it monthly and you say I don't want a subscription, I just want to see if I want to get it this month, and then I'll buy it next month, then I'll buy it the next month. I think you pay a little bit more. Dalton says, so Shocker RSX for main gun or Ego 11, because I've always wanted an Ego 11 since I was like 12, but I just got the Shocker for $420. The Shocker, in my opinion, is a much better shot. I like spool valves. It's quieter, it's smoother. The Ego is a little bit loud, but you're going to get like 4 billion shots on a 12 gram, which, that's a 12 gram right there, which I'm lying because this is CO2. You don't... Okay, you'll get a lot more shots on the Ego 11. If I see you, you can have 100 points. I'm getting 200 points. JC says, haha. So Spencer, CBS, just talk her down, nice, explain the situation. Girls are all about details, just want to walk up there and say no. Asked, what date does World Cup fall on? Like November 2nd through the 4th or 3rd through the 5th or something like that. Jack says, woods ball is okay for some, but too slow pace for me. Understand. Now, UWL, though, is different. Going out and just playing in some woods ball, that can be way slow. But UWL, I've seen some seriously fast matches in that. But it's still not nearly as intense, as much as firepower as actual air ball, X ball, whatever you want to call it these days. CBS says, okay, Spencer, I'll be sure to do that when I get to school tomorrow. Jason says, that's what I pay. 10-3 to 105 live streams every day. Wow. GOG patch for sale, $10 or best offer. We'll look into trades. Hey, those GOG patches, they're kind of like these. This one was Game of Games 3 that was held at Davis Paintball in Davis, California. This one, number 5. This one's number 4. No, number 5 was at Paintball Jungle. Number 4 was at Midway Paintball. Number 6 was also at Midway Paintball. Yeah, he's got a particular patch that I don't have because I was a trader, and instead of going to paint Ballistic Ben's Game of Games, which is the most fun I've ever had playing paintball, it was Game 6, so I can't say that I went to every single one. But I had a chance to go to Mexico City for the weekend, and I took that chance and had a really good time. So, plus, I mean, look at this. I got 200 pesos, so I'm rich. CBS Whisper, good night, everyone. Hope you all have a great day or night, depending on the time zones. Yes, you have a good night, CBS Whisper, and I hope that all the crew here at Jake from NorCal help solve your problem with your lady friend. Let's see. That's what you pay, 10-3 to 10-05 live stream. I don't understand what the 10/3 then 105 is, Jason McCoy. Yankee Warrior, it's 12:06 Friday in Connecticut, so I will watch the rest of the stream tomorrow. Good night, Yankee, in Connecticut. So, yeah. Anybody got questions tonight? Brad has, what do you think about Brad going down to just Thursdays? 907 in Oregon? Hey, it's 907 in California. Coincidence? I think not. Hey, did y'all hear about the 3-legged dog who walked into the bar and said, I'm looking for the man who shot my paw? There's your joke. Worst place to get shot. I'm on a team and I got shot like right on my Adam's apple. I can barely breathe for like 8 minutes. Yeah, that sucks. The crotch is worse and can do a lot of damage. So there, inside of the arms, that always kind of stings. The sides, underneath where your arms would be blocking if you're up, I guess, your sides. The insides of your thighs, soft tissue, it always stings. My favorite place to get shot is right between the eyes. I'd rather get shot right in the goggles than anywhere. Top of the head's not fun. Omar says Temple. Dalton, he bunkered into the snake player and got him 2 times right on the, you know what. Spencer Starr, I got hit right in the armpit. That kind of sucked. Yeah, I did that. It was at Paintball Jungle, and they've got a part of the field that is like this. And it's netting. So netting, and then netting. There's a fort here. Well, I was about here, about 10 feet away from this corner, and there was a guy over here, and I knew it, but he didn't know that I had just gotten shot out. So I'm sitting here, and I'm shooting. Some dude over here, he clips, and I was like, hit! Put my gun up. I said, dead man, coming through. Dude comes around the corner, is 5-6 feet away from me, right in the armpit. Oh my God, that hurt so freaking bad. But he was like, oh, crap, man. I was like, that's all right. Sorry. That's okay. Sorry, I put my armpit in front of your paintball. So, yeah, Spencer, that sucked. Axe, the cup is a heavenly gift. Yes, it is. Ear sucks, especially if it's like 35, 40 degrees. Oh, golly, I've been just flick. It hurts so bad. Jason Coyne, he built an ion project. Looks like an FN90. Used an airsoft gun shell and put the ion internals in it with an ugly stick barrel. I'd like to see a picture of that. Brad going down to Thursdays, cuts down on me having to hear his opinions on the Ether 2. Don't know how I'll deal with that. I don't know. Does he like the Ether 2? I'm not sure if he likes it or not. And I'd like to hear him compare that marker to the Axe 2.0. How do you get hit in the armpit? Oh, okay. Well, that's how I got hit in the armpit. But I don't know how the other guy got shot in the armpit. Okay, so Spencer, same thing. Put his arm up. Put your arm up to signal out. Got hit right at the same time. Axe 2 or Proto Max Rise? Or Ether 2 or Proto Max Rise? Ether 2, I guess. But I do like the feel and the looks of the Proto more than the Ether 2. I'm not a fan of the Ether's looks. Ben's been shot in the pit. Ben has been shot everywhere, Bobby. Everywhere that you can be shot. He's been shot on the soles of his feet. He's been shot everywhere you can. He's shot himself in the armpit. That's what Bobby's talking about. It was one of the funniest things ever. But Dalton says, I don't really like the Ether 2. Looks at all. The Ether 1 was better looking. Yeah, the Ether 1 was much better looking. The Ether 1 reminds me kind of the Proto Rail. Opinions on the V-Force Profiler, says Spencer Starr. Well, my brother's opinion is they're the best goggle ever made. He's probably got 15 or 20 of them. I think they're a good goggle, or I think I'm not a big fan of their looks. Other than that, they're fantastic. I would say fantastic. Depends on what you're comparing it to. If you're comparing it to an i5, they're not good. Or they're just not. The i5 is much more comfortable, breathes just as well. The vision is actually probably better on the Profiler. But overall, the i5 is a better set of goggles in my opinion. But what you need to do is don't listen to me. Listen to yourself. Go try them on. Put them on. Feel them. Do all this kind of stuff. It looks stupid, but do it. Make sure that you can get it does look kind of stupid. I just saw myself. Make sure that you can get it tight enough and loose enough. It's not cramping or it's not creating any kind of pressure points or anything. Breathe into it. Just cup your hands and talk. Hey, Dorito, see if you can hear things. And see if other people can hear you, and then have them talk to you from about 15, 20 feet away. See if you can hear. Do things like that. Try them out for yourself. Don't ever go, hey, if Jimmy wears those goggles, I got to get those. Get what fits you. The goggles are the most important thing you'll ever buy in paintball. How many eyeballs do you have? Most people are going to say 2. Some people don't have any. Some people have 1. Some people might have 3. My dad swore that he had a 3rd ear on his neck. We believed him. Actually, we did. My sister believes him still to this day, and she's 44, 45. 44. How old is she? 44. Anyway, goggles though, the most important thing you'll ever buy. I'd rather have a $200 set of goggles and a 50-cent gun than have a $1,500 gun and some rental goggles that are all scratched up and 5,000 other people have worn and sweated into and spit into and all that crap. So Chris, Spencer shot himself in the foot. Chris, I play with the Dye i5s. They're, I think, actually in my car. I also have played with the EVSs. I really liked them. Yeah. JT Proflexes are my favorite goggle as far as looks and everything. Just awesome. Bonus balling is part of the game now at this point. Yeah, especially in tournament, but it's getting even so in rec ball. I see it all the time. People are like, pop, 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 pop. Oh, he's out. And it's not that he's staying in. It's just that you get hit, and someone's like, oh, okay, well, there, he's hit, and it's been a half a second, and he hadn't jumped out of the bunker screaming and yelling, I'm out. I'm just going to keep shooting him. So, Dalton Doris looks like a baby. It says that the Ethan 1 looks like a baby Geo. Yeah. Jason is going to send me some pictures and shooting video. Want to see the inside of it also. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Trevor Savage. I'm on a budget, though, so I get the Rise, which is cheaper. I can spend the money on other stuff. Yes, you can. But if you're talking about $50, I would personally go ahead and save up and get the Mini GS. If you're talking about that Rise, it was like $250. I can't afford a 15. Oh, an i5, I bet. Is that looks like a 1.5. Personally, I go with the Profiler over the Vio, or the VO. Vio. You say VO, I say Vio. Listen to your heart, says Bobby. That's a good song, but I don't know what the relevance is here in paintball. Oh, yeah, you got it's a personal preference. So, Dalton Doris says Virtue Vio, and talking in them is so good. At i4, they had to scream to regularly talk. Yeah, the i4s were tiny. That's what they wanted, though. They wanted to be so closed because they didn't want, like, if you're looking out in tournament paintball, especially upper levels, you give somebody that much of a profile to shoot, they're going to hit it 2 or 3 times. You've got to be as close and tight to that bunker as possible. So the i4s are really tight to the face, so they were perfect for that. For me, I can't get them past my beard. Well, I wouldn't have to, because when I put them on, hopefully I'd stop here instead of going, oh, I'm going to go all the way down here. See if I got it. So yeah, I stop instead of going, okay, let me put my goggles on. Okay. So that'd be pretty stupid. I know people who have had them so loose they just fall down like that. Man, now I got dust from those. Listen to me. Virtue Contour Master Race. Jack Lucas. Dalton Doris can't type. Spencer Starr says his parents have eyes in the back of their heads. That's because they're parents. And that tells you that they care about you. Someday you'll understand that, young child. Dalton Doris says, my team recently got sponsored by HK Army, and I hear some bad things about the KLRs, and I need opinions. If you're sponsored by them, possibly you can wear other goggles, but very often the contracts stipulate that you have to wear what they provide. So, yeah. Chris Coca, bios are not greater than everything else ever. No. No. My team, I don't have a team. I don't play on a team, except for fish sticks. Fish sticks, they're delicious, and they shoot you. Chris Coca, Dalton, don't complain. You'll end up in some deep stuff. Dalton says, I know I was on Zoo Crew, but we split up, and now I'm on a team called the Band of Brothers. That's a good miniseries on HBO about World War II. Trevor Savage, your Mini GS is so small, though. I got big hands. Get an Axe 2.0 then, because it's about the same thing, but bigger and a little better. But I completely agree with that. The Mini GS is fantastic, but it is too cramped for me. I wrap my thumb around the trigger frame or the frame of the marker, and so the Mini GS, it's like this, and I'm like, I can't shoot. So I had to put my thumb up here, but yeah. Let's see. Dalton's never used KLRs. Axe says, I mean, they can't be that bad. They are HK. Jason comes back with HK shoes suck. Dalton then replies, yeah, like, I love HK Army stuff, but I've never used KLRs. Not really saying bad things. Crying, smiley, laughy face. And Spencer comes back to that, says, should I get a VMAX or just save the $40 and get an LTR? Spencer, that has nothing to do with HK. Why would you... See, I'm thinking that you guys are having a conversation, and you're actually asking me questions. And Warp Speed, you're welcome for the stickers. Spencer, I would probably say $40 and either get an LTR, or I'd get a Prophecy Z2. But that's just my opinion. Chris says, HK everything sucks in terms of quality control. And Spencer says, hey, I'm 30 now. Well, if it's your birthday, happy birthday. I'm glad you turned 30 watching me. If it's not your birthday, you just are telling everybody, hey, you're 30 now. Congratulations for being 30. So Jason agrees with Chris Coca. And Spencer is still getting in trouble at 30. Dude, you're 30. You should stop getting in trouble, man. Chris, he says, I guess your parents have i3s. And Jack, if you're sponsored by AK, you love the KLR. That is true. Yeah, if you're sponsored by whatever company, you love whatever product you are using. That's just the way it goes. So if you don't want to have to toe the company line and say, hey, I don't like this, or I like this, and this is what I do like, that's what I don't like. If you want to be able to do that, buy your own stuff. If you get sponsored, and part of that is say, hey, you have to be a good ambassador for the brand, suck it up, be a good ambassador. Don't lie to people. That's my opinion. But don't badmouth whatever brand you are. And I don't even remember who was talking about that. And I'm not saying you are doing that here. But just in general, listen to those guys. They've got some experience with sponsorships and stuff. If you're sponsored by something, do your best to promote that item. Because they are paying you in whatever form, whether it's money or paint, equipment, discounts, whatever. They're paying you. So you need to be a good ambassador for that. And if you're bad-mouthing them, that's just not cool. And again, not saying you're doing it. Let's see, Dalton, I still haven't even put a pair on. I just love my Vios, though. Omar, Proflex for the win. Yeah, I love the Proflex. Spencer, this chat feed kind of turned into a cluster. Jack says there's a little line back in a sponsor. Yeah, sometimes, unless you absolutely, truly love everything about it. Or if it's something small. Like if Smart Parts was still in business and said, Jake, I want you to be sponsored by Smart Part Barrels, by the All-American Barrel. I would have no problem saying, in my opinion, this is the best barrel ever made. This is my favorite barrel. I love this barrel. I love it. It's awesome. Now, if it's saying Smart Parts, then I would have to say, hey, the Nerve was the best gun ever, or all these other things, or no, we didn't sue a lot of people and kind of ruin paintball in many ways, or almost ruin it. Even though I love Smart Parts, it's one of my favorite companies. Yeah, their lawsuits, which if they were their intellectual property, I have absolutely no problem with them suing people. The people who are at fault, the people who tried to steal their intellectual property and pass it off as theirs, and forced someone to sue them. Chris says, I love my Bios and my Spire. Virtue is the Bunker Kings of Loader and mass technology, and it works great with my MagDev Clone 5. Smiles to camera. Jason McCoy says, lol. Dalton, he interjects with, yeah, we were supposed to be sponsored by Virtue, but next season we're getting HK stuff, and that's why I wanted opinions. Well, Spencer Starr says, so I'm trying to figure out, there is a huge paint game once a year in Oregon, but can't seem to find the name of it. It's called Super Game, or where it's at, does anyone know? Sniper's Den Paintball in Oregon, and it's Super Game. Just look up Super Game. This last one was Super Game 50. Super Game. It's pretty freaking sweet. I was wanting to go this year, but Jason loves my energy in these shows. That's because I've had a couple of these unsweet teas, lots of caffeine. Oh, that's so good. So anyway, ask some questions. Spencer says, well, I'll be there next year. You should go. I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to go to the Super Game next year. That is my objective for Super Game. And I might even take these. Where am I from? Where are you from, Dalton Doris? I live in a little place, a little slice of heaven, known as Suisun City, California. It's right on the banks of the Suisun Marsh. Thoughts on the Drone 2? I really don't have any thoughts on the Drone 2. Be like Nike, just do it. It's just, I'm just giving him a hard time. from Georgia, west of Atlanta, like Roswell, and that kind of area. Here's the secret, says Jack. It takes forever to get sponsor deal. They fill paying customers first. Do you want to, or sponsor gear? Do you want, can use what you want? So you can, okay, it's a typo, but that's all right. So you can use what you want for a few months a year. Yes. Drone 2 is the best mid-range marker you can buy. Lower operating pressure than almost every high-end. Yeah, but I'm not too concerned with low operating pressure. It's pretty freaking low as it is. I'm perfectly fine. But then again, I mean, I play pump most of the time, so I don't need to have it be precise every time because it already is, because it's a CCM. I'm a dye freak, so I'm biased, says Spencer. Dye is good stuff. Dye is good stuff. So, who in here is not subscribed to Jake from NorCal? Is there anybody in here who's not subscribed to Jake from NorCal? Man, somebody, I got 19 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down. 1 thumb down. Spencer, you should be, hit that button. Just, it's somewhere, it's on here somewhere. You should hit the subscribe button. Exactly. Like Jack says, efficiency is so crazy already. Operating pressure isn't really an issue anymore. Jason, he runs a super high pressure reg on everything but your KP3. Chris says, smoother, softer on paint, and more air efficient. Just buy the drone. See, I've heard good things, but I've just never used one. So I wouldn't want to tell people, oh, they're really good. And I've heard good things. But without having that first-hand experience, I really feel kind of uncomfortable saying, hey, yeah, go out and get one. And we carry the drone or the Mac Dev line. We get that at NorCal Paintball. Just we don't get a lot of people asking for it. And I've never actually shot one, but I got a couple buddies of mine, Team Rejects, down from Hollister, and Tag Paintball down in Hollister, California. Tag's one of the oldest fields in the United States, like 1984. My friends down there, some of them shoot Mac Devs. So Team Rejects, they also drink flat Coke. It's weird. They just have these Cokes and they're all flat and they drink them. So Dalton Doris wants a pump so bad, but CCM is too expensive for me to just start out. I was thinking about a KP3. See, that is a perfect poem because it rhymed, and you probably didn't even realize the way I would read it would make it rhyme. I just happened to do it. That's how amazing I am. KP3 is a very good pump marker. For what it is, doesn't get much better. Might want to look at maybe a used Empire Sniper. I think they're quite a bit smoother. The trigger on the KP3 sucks. I'll just tell you that. So yeah. The KP3 trigger is like, or like Jason Cowell says, go find a used autococker that's been converted into a pump, especially if it's got a CCM kit. That'd be amazing. Or you can get kits from like Check It products. Were pretty good, not CCM good, but you can get those for like $150 to $200 easy. And like Omar said, or an old autococker with a pump kit. Bro Army Paintball Brother, says Chris Coca. Possibly in reply to Jack Lucas's, I've seen many manufacturer flaws on drones, have Podesta on speed dial. Yes. Pump is cheap to play. That is definitely one of the main reasons to play pump. Plus, you get better faster playing pump against, especially if you play, excuse me, play against semis, you're going to get beat for a long time. Then when you start playing, you start getting people, they're going to notice. So, let's see, where were we? Dalton says, yeah, no auto trigger. Doesn't the sniper have it? Yeah, the sniper's about $100 more, 150, something like that. But it has auto trigger. It's lighter, it's smoother. I think it's just a better marker all around than the KP3 from Azodin. But the Azodin for $260, whatever, KP 3.5, I guess, is technically what the new one is. It's really good. It's got a nice smooth action. The trigger though is just it's horrible. Matt Haxer, sweet. Finally, YouTube let me watch the stream. Had similar issues with Perl. Omar says, good way to get better playing. Yes, definitely pump. Jack says, autococker pump conversions are way more heavy. They are. If you just get a conversion, it's going to be heavy. Because for one thing, autococker is a heavy paintball marker. Because, I mean, like, here's one of my autocockers, part of one. That's a solid block. I mean, it's a solid block. Not a lot of milling. So they're going to be heavier. But they're going to be pretty freaking sweet, too. Chris still has an old PMI tracer. That's a good pump gun. Omar, not always about slinging paint fast. Exactly. What did I think of the Ego 11 Dynasty 2X Championship Edition? First I'm hearing about it. I'm assuming that it's a really nice marker. I've never had one, never played with one. And what's the difference between 2X Dynasty and a normal Ego 11? Probably milling. That's probably what it is. It might have upgraded eyes or a better board, maybe. Maybe a better barrel or barrel kit that comes with it. I don't know. Piping Glock guy, what up? Need a hammer? Exactly, Dalton. I'm telling you, this thing, you can hammer nails all day long. Chris says that probably weighs more than a MacDev drone too. Okay, Chris, do you work for MacDev? I'm just asking. But yeah, I'm sure it does. Those things are heavy. And MacDev drones, I mean, I've heard, like I said, I've heard good things about them. But I've just never shot one. And I don't play tournaments. I'm too old to play tournaments. I got 2 compressed vertebrae in my back. I got COPD. I got asthma. I'm not playing paint. I'm not playing tournaments. I'm scared to get shot more than twice. That's never happened to me before. I'm like, they're gonna shoot me from less than 40 feet away. I'm not playing. I'm scared. I do not. I didn't think you did. I was just messing with you about working for. How's the fires in my breathing? Thanks for asking. I appreciate it. Fires are horrible. Breathing's not so good. I went to Mexico City, which is about 7,000 feet above sea level. So the higher in elevation, the tougher it is to breathe. So we're about a mile, almost a mile and a half above sea level. So it was difficult to breathe, and I walked up like almost 300 steps on the Empire of the Sun, the Pyramid of the Sun, down by Mexico City. It was really freaking cool. And then I was like, okay, well, when I fly back home, it's going to be sea level pretty much, and I'll be able to breathe. Oh, it's going to be amazing. And then the day before, fires start. And this really sucks. I don't want to make light of the situation. We've had 17, was the last number I heard. 17 people have died. Thousands of homes have been destroyed. So please keep California in thoughts and prayers. I think there are fires up in Montana too. It's just a really bad situation. These things can pop up and spread super fast. But yeah, I got back and I was like, man, I can't breathe as well as I was in Mexico City. So Dalton says it's not that bad unless it's the throat or the gonads. Someone was asking about laser engraving. You got your throat or gonads laser engraved, Dalton? Because Gustavo said it was a laser engraving when they both won the PSP and MPPL the same year and comes with a dart kit. Okay. And then Dalton's, it's not that bad unless it's the throat or the gonads. You don't want to get laser engraved either one of those places, Dalton. Spencer is a CCI Phantom, a good pump. Yes, it's a very good pump. And it's a lot cheaper than CCM. Super easy to maintain. It's like 3 parts inside of the marker. They're not as smooth. They're not as fast as a CCM, but they're very good markers. I've got 2 of them. Yeah, I've got 2 of them. We've got at NorCal Paintball, we've got like 4 or maybe 5 or 6 for sale. Some really nice ones. So Jason says, I just played the MVPS tourney. I got shot 5 times in one match. You're never too old. Yes, Spencer said, old soul. Jack says, I got a compressed disc last year playing. Doc picked me on a machine, stretch out my whole spine. Yeah, I got to play in football. Well, I got to play in catch with a football, and I jumped up and caught the ball in a tremendous Odell Beckham, like reaching back, catch that ball, yes, brought it in, came down on the curb on my heels, and just collapsed. So, yeah, that sucked. However, and that was like 16 years ago, and still, to this day, I've got issues with it. And then, I thought it was healed, and about 3 years ago, I was a sports editor in Tennessee, at this newspaper in Manchester, Tennessee, and I was covering a football game, and 3 kids were behind me, and they were just kind of playing. Apparently, one of them tripped or got pushed or just ran into the back of my leg, and it just tweaked my back enough, pinched my sciatic nerve. Yeah. Old soul. So many good old school pumps. Just grab one and play. Correct. Chris says Idaho 2. Idaho 2? Dalton says, I'm talking about getting shot at tourneys. And Dalton subbed. Good, because once I hit 900, I got like 870, 880, somewhere in there. Once I hit 900, I'm giving away one of these beanies from Planet Eclipse. Then once I hit 950, I'm giving away the other one. Then when I hit 1,000, I'm not sure what I'm going to give away, but I'm going to give away something. Probably like a 3D printed stand from 3dpaintballstands.com. Some cool things. Who knows? So, who was it Dalton who was talking about wanting to purchase one of these possibly? Send me an email with CCM pistol in the subject line. Anybody wants to buy one of these? I'm not selling the black one. That one's my good one. That one's my baby. Oh yeah. But I'm going to be selling this one. These are awesome. Piping Glot Guy dislocated both your kneecaps playing lacrosse in high school and have to get them drained several times a year. Not looking forward to playing paintball in the cold weather coming. Wow. Where are you from, Piping Glot Guy? You've told me before, I think, but I forgot. Team Bro Army, dude. What's your team? Team Bro Army. Now, do you say just like Bro Army, or do you say Team Bro Army? TBA. TBA, man. Asheville, North Carolina, man. That is one of the coolest cities in the world that I've never been to. But I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Asheville, North Carolina. It's beautiful, great music and art scene, great food, great people, a lot of things to do. It's a great city, low crime, comparatively speaking. Beer capital of the world. I didn't know that. But one of my musical groups that I like a lot, Government Mule, is fronted by a guy, Warren Haynes, who I'm pretty sure is from Asheville, North Carolina. I had the pleasure of shooting photos at a Warren Haynes concert a couple years ago in Chattanooga, Tennessee, which is a really cool place too. So Dalton Doris says, most likely we'll get an email from me about the gun because that thing has me tripping. Yeah, check out my videos, go through. You'll see videos of me shooting these things, and it's really, really fun. Chris Coca says AFPL. AFPL's freaking the Almost Famous Paintball League. It's a really cool one. They do a lot for the players. They like live stream not all their matches, but I think they record them all, and they live stream quite a few of them. So, I mean, it's a quality tournament circuit. Have I been to Georgia? Yes, I've been to Georgia. I've been to Atlanta. I was in Atlanta in 1996 for the Olympics. I was on the Australian basketball team as a reserve water boy, and we played against Greece. We lost 42-3. But we're in the Olympics, so it's pretty sweet. I lost my accent because I was like, yeah, we lost 42-3. I'm not with Australia anymore. Screw those people. So Jack says he's never heard anyone say anything about Asheville, North Carolina. That is a lie, Jack, because you just heard me talk about it for a couple minutes before you typed that. So Jack says AFPL, every team gets at least one match video uploaded. See, that is cool. You don't get that really anywhere else. Matt Haxer, you were in the 2K Olympics in Australia? Really? For paintball? Piping Glock Guy is 15 minutes from Sierra Nevada and New Belgium breweries, along with a handful of microbreweries. It's beer heaven. That's pretty neat. But I just assumed Sierra Nevada brewery was is it just like a satellite brewery? Because I thought that was out here in California. I could be wrong, though. What division? I'll see if I can find some video, like watching events. What division? I don't know what division. But let's see, last time I was in Georgia, I think, well, other than going to Chattanooga because you're in Tennessee, and to get from anywhere anywhere west of Chattanooga on 24, to get into Chattanooga, you're driving and you dip down into Georgia and come back into Tennessee to go to Chattanooga. It's really weird. But other than that, I was in Rome, Georgia, doing some real estate inspections probably 7-8 years ago. I've been to Atlanta a couple times. Hot Atlanta. You wish you were alive then in the 96 Olympics? It's all right. And then I've also flown into Atlanta because it's a major hub many times. Jason Cowell is asking, is anyone else going to World Cup next month? I wish I was. Okay, Jack says Sierra Nevada is in Chico. So I bet that Sierra Nevada brewery that you're talking about is probably a satellite brewery because Sierra Nevada started out as a microbrewery and then just got built up until they're like, whoa, that's a really good beverage. If you're 21 and up. If you're not 21, it's a horrible beverage. It tastes like poo. But if you're over 21, then it tastes really good. But don't drink it if you're under 21. Rome is gorgeous. I live like 40 miles away from Rome. Yeah, it's on some lake. Remember that. And pine trees and... LOL, says Matt Haxer. Paintball in the Olympics would be cool, but never happen. It'd be like surfing in the Olympics. Surfing's actually probably got a chance for some reason. So is anybody else going to World Cup other than Jason? Let's see. Piping Glock Guy says they built one here in Mills River, North Carolina. It's bigger than the Cali one. They bought all the cans for the company, and the Chico one bottles all the glass bottles. That is interesting. Nobody wants to see America and Iraq shoot at each other. Chris, you've posted some weird things, just like random. Unless maybe I'm missing something. But yeah, I don't want to see anybody shoot at each other. Oh, I get it. In the Olympics. Yeah, you don't want to have America and Iraq or Iran or something like that. Yeah, true. But I think that the teams, if there was going to be if there were to be the Olympics, and say it was an 8-team event, so the top 8 teams in the world, and it wouldn't be like Dynasty, it wouldn't be like Edmonton Impact, it would be the United States, Canada, whatever countries. What countries would you guys think would be there? Matt Haxer, there we go. United States, who would have viable Olympic gold teams? USA, Russia, Canada, France, anyone else? And no pros. See, that's the thing. If you can't have pros, then it's not going to have the draw because you can have the pros in basketball. So I'd say you go ahead and have the pros. And I think the United States, Russia, I think United States and Russia would be the top 2 teams. Yeah. France will be up there, just Canada. Canada has impact, but not all of the players are Canadian. You have to be a Canadian citizen to play on the Canadian national team. Well, Not really. You have to be Canadian. I'm not sure about the actual citizenship because you can have, oh, my mother, she was Canadian, so I can play on the Canadian team if they'll have me. So, but you couldn't just say like if, geez, trying to think of players on Edmonton Impact. Alex Goldman. I don't know. Is he American? I don't really know. We're going to assume that he's American. He could not play for Canada just because he plays on Edmonton Impact. He would play on the United States. If he was French, he'd play for the French. If he was English, he'd play for England. So, yeah. Something was about concerts and something. Piping Glock guy. Okay, Chris says countries pride themselves on the Olympics. That is true. Piping Glock guy says it's huge, has a high-end restaurant and tons of space for concerts and other outdoor events. Dalton says it would get too serious. Well, the Olympics are always serious. Spencer says Sierra Nevada used to get all its cans from the East Coast. That's probably why they built on back east. Matt Haxer, we've already read that. Jason Cowell says 537 teams have registered so far. They broke the record. What teams? Chris Coca, you can't have countries shooting at each other in Olympics. It would lead to violence. No. Saudi Arabia, maybe? Germany has a decent team. I'm sure they probably do. Germans, when it comes to military, they tend to really get into it. Piping Glock guy says you can get them in bottles here too, but they're just bottled in California. Okay, yeah, because the highways. Jack says, Chris, that's why there's no fighting in international hockey. Don't want to start a war. Chris, exactly, Jack. Dalton says, I'm sorry if I saw that on TV and America threw their gun at an Iraqi player, I would die. Well, you might not die. You might just laugh a lot. Mini GS or Axe 1.0. I'm going to say probably actually the Mini GS. For me, I would go with the Axe because it's stretched out. But the Mini GS is going to probably be newer and have less wear and tear on it. It's essentially the same marker. Jason says, USA, California. Okay, he's got CA. He's meaning Canada. Russia, France, Japan, China, Brits, and Germany. That's the top 10, he would say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's only 8, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the top 8, Jason. Matt Haxer says it'd be worse if someone threw a shoe over a gun. Bigger insult. That's happened before. Chris Coca, you play AFPL? Gustavo is asking. He's from San Diego. I have not done my giveaway yet, Brandon Peer. Thanks for asking. I have not. I've given it away when I hit. I don't do a giveaway every single time because I have to buy these products, and I'm not just going to buy them and then give stuff away. My next giveaway, I might give something away tonight. I might not. I need 25 more subs to give away a beanie. That's when I'm giving away a beanie. But I could always give away something like maybe like, hey, 50 pesos. That gets you a bracelet that says Timoteo, and you get 20 pesos back. That's a pretty freaking good deal. There is a NorCal AFPL, Gustavo. Yes. Gustavo says, cool, I've been playing AFPL for a few seasons now, playing with San Diego Afterlife next season. Awesome. And let's see, I should give away NorCal paint stickers. If I had some, I would. That'd be a cool thing to give away, NorCal Paintball Store. Or if I had some Jake from NorCal, but who would put a sticker of me? I wouldn't put a sticker of me on me. It'd be kind of weird to put a sticker of myself on myself. Gustavo's going to be doing both the SoCal and NorCal events, I believe. Awesome. Hey, then if you need a photographer, you let me know, because that's what I do. I'm a professional photographer. Also, in addition to gunslinger extraordinaire, but I do team CDs and all that kind of stuff. I got professional equipment. I've been shooting sports since 1999. Sports editor, a couple newspapers, about 5 of them altogether. And yeah. So Spencer would put a Jake from NorCal patch on your gear bag. Yeah, but see, if I got patches, I'd have to get like 500 of them, and they're pretty pricey. So you and I would be the only ones who would have those. Who would be like, okay. But no. I mean, if I started getting like 15,000 people like Brad, woo, I'd do some patches or something. And like, I'd have some kind of weird thing. Just make a sticker of the beard. I would buy all those. Oh, I could just do that, and then you could like put it on your goggles, like you had and make it life size. Ooh, life size beard stickers? That'd be pretty cool. So, but anyway, what do people think real fast? This is gonna be probably one of the last things we talk about. What's everybody think about Brad going from Tuesdays and Thursdays to just Thursdays? Because I don't want to hijack his time slot, but I'm thinking about going ahead and doing a live deal on Tuesdays and then doing my same thing before and after him on Thursday. But I want to figure out, because it is quite a bit of work. So Jack says WCPPL, which is the West Coast Paintball Player League, isn't a traveling league anymore. It used to have NorCal and Vegas events, now just Camp Pendleton. Yeah, whenever Extreme Paintball, their property got sold, because it was like a $3 or $4 million piece of property, and the owners were trying to sell it, and there's the owner of the land, they were trying to sell it. I talked to Buddy and his wife about the deal back when I was in Vegas for Halloween. He said that it was probably going to be sold pretty soon, and they would hopefully look for a new place. So hopefully they can find a new place that's cost efficient, and they can put a really good tournament series on, because there are really good people down there. So Chris is saying, stay being live on Tuesdays, please. If I do it, should I go an hour early? Should I go on like at 7:30 my time instead of 8:30 my time? It'd be pretty nice. So Mad Haxer, you're moving to Las Cruces, New Mexico, or El Paso, Texas in the next 6 months. Why is that? Spencer, you like that Jake from NorCal on Tuesdays? PB Rule of My Life on Thursdays. The SAC WCPPL event was nice. At least one event you didn't have to travel to. Yes. And by SAC, he means Sacramento, California. Jack lives up in that area, or out here in California. I'm not exactly sure where do you live, Jack? So yeah, not sure, but man, I really love these things. I mean, I'd say it's probably 2 pounds. I mean, it's okay. Jack lives in Antioch. That's right. I remember now. I'll probably be in Antioch Saturday morning, delivering paintballs. Hopefully, there will be sufficient air quality for everybody to play paintball this weekend with all these fires. So. Matt Haxer lived in some pretty bad places. I'm sure it couldn't be too bad. Okay, that's something that's not paintball related at all. What is your least favorite place you have ever lived in your life? I thought this place right off the top of my head, but I'm trying to... Not this place here. The worst place you have ever lived in your life. Has anybody lived in more than 5 states? I have. How many states? Are you a military kid? Mad Haxer, are you a military kid? How many states has everybody lived in? Or how many countries, if you live out of the country? So what is that? Is it Fort... Let's see, there's Fort Hood in Texas, but that's not El Paso. Fort Bliss? Is it Fort Bliss? I think it's Fort Bliss. 4, okay. So I've lived in Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Florida, California. I think that's it. Jack, I have not. I was there 2 weeks ago when they were just getting it, and I don't think they had inflated it all yet, but I definitely want to check it out. What he's asking about is the Antioch Paintball Park in Antioch, California. It's right in the fairgrounds. It's a great location. It is a little bit small, but they got a brand new airfield or airball field. And Jack is saying, makes me think I might not have to travel for paintball possibly, which is good because if he's in Antioch, then it's a good 45 minutes to an hour to go anywhere. But Antioch was known as a smaller field that really didn't have a lot of airball. Wasn't a tournament field. But hopefully, with this, that'll be sweet. Chris is currently in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Spencer says Washington or Utah. Matt Haxer says not spamming, actually answering. Central Valley Life, one state being good old Cali, says Omar. Jonathan says 1. Chris says second most violent city in the United States, only behind Detroit. Is that Albuquerque, New Mexico? Wow. It's got to be per capita. I lived in Little Rock, Arkansas, which for like 3 straight years was #1 in violent crimes and or murders per capita. No, Washington, Oregon, and Utah. Oh, Washington or Utah. Okay, I thought you were like Washington or Utah. They're both beautiful. Yeah, Jack is 2.5 hours to Orville, the combat zone for NorCal Infamous. Yeah, that's a haul. And in the summer, that field, it gets hot. It's a really cool field, though. Especially, I really like the rec ball field. It's really, really cool. I'll be there in December. Going to be playing. New Mexico is 49th in terms of child welfare. That's pretty bad. But Arkansas was 49th in education whenever I was in high school. And our slogan was, thank God for Mississippi. Arkansas. Where in Arkansas? New York, Texas, Florida for you. Grass airball combat zone. Yes, I like grass. Grass is fun. People saying, ouch, ouch. Was that for the grass airball? Hot Springs. You were born in Hot Springs? Man, Hot Springs is... I've been to Hot Springs many times. Okay, so Chris prefers turf. You get turf burn. I just like the natural feel of grass. It sucks, though, after it's been played for several weeks, then it turns into dirt. But, yeah. Spencer is 30 minutes from Warpaint in Salem and 40 minutes from Paint Palace in Eugene. So that's Salem, Oregon, and Eugene, Oregon, and the Oregon Trail. Wonderful little town. Yes, all the hot springs. They had the day spa. It's just, they treat you like a king there. Our field has such nice turf. It's like carpet, says Chris. Grass actually has more give. It definitely does. But if you're in a place like Orville in July, there's not a lot of grass anymore because it's all worn away. That's the only bad thing, in my opinion, about grass is when they don't maintain it. And I'm not saying Orville doesn't, but it just gets to be 110 degrees. On a field, though, a grass field that's busy, it's going to have tracks and trails worn into it, and it's going to turn into dirt pretty quickly. So that's not fun. But I like the feel of playing on good grass. It reminds me of football. Got a blast, Chris Coca. All right. Well, good night. Yeah, Matt Haxer, you like turf because slides are predictable. Well, since Chris is leaving, I'm going to leave too. Appreciate it. Share. Try to get me to 1,000. I really, really want to get to that 1,000. Jason McCoy lives in Wyoming. There's no grass out here, just sagebrush. Sagebrush is not fun to slide in. Jack says that's when you camp at the field and water it at night. True. Sacrifices. Hashtag sacrifices. Good night, Omar. So, come back. I'll probably go ahead and just do my normal 9 minutes with Jake, and it'll probably just turn into about an hour and a half because Brad won't be there. Anyway, see you guys Tuesday. Hopefully I don't forget this time.